Hello, I'm back. This is Pencil and Smart Mark on the Blog Talk Radio Network. We're broadcasting live. Ever since I was in school, my friends gave me a nickname, Special Ed, and that name kind of stuck. Now I'm an adult now, and I still like it. I know a lot about wrestling. They call me a smart mark. That means that I watch a lot of the shows and I read a lot of the dirt sheets. Not much gets past me. I love talking about wrestling, and so I decided to start a podcast. I've been inspired. I got some feedback from my first two shows. Somebody told me my bell was too loud. I just turned it down a little bit. I'm sorry about that. Oh, sometimes I ring a bell on the show. I'm going to ring it right now. I hope that's not too quiet now. But now that we rang the bell, this show is official. Normally this show is a half hour long, but I just noticed I screwed up and made this show only 15 minutes long. Uh-oh. That means I better really get right to it. This is live. I'm broadcasting on Blog Talk Radio. It's Tuesday night, January 31st. That means tomorrow's February. It's 9:36 p.m. Pacific time. I'm casting live from the great state of Oregon. The Royal Rumble was Sunday, and I watched it on the WWE Network. If you're listening live, you can call in. My phone number is 646-564-9993. And if you want to listen, you can call that way. And if you want to be on the air and talk wrestling, you just put the number 1 after you put in the phone number. We better get right to it because there was a lot of wrestling on Sunday. There were a lot of title matches. I want to tell you that you should listen to my first two shows. They were the Royal Rumble preview shows, but we also talked about other things too. We talked about the Hall of Fame, maybe you didn't think about. That isn't in the Hall of Fame, like the Great Muta and Stan Stasiak. We also previewed the Royal Rumble, and I told you who I thought would win the matches. And I was right about a lot of them. I know a lot about wrestling. Not much gets past me anymore. I also gave you some history, and we talked about past Royal Rumbles from when they first had them back in 1988 and 1989 and 1990, and you can go on and on. There were a lot of matches. Before the official Royal Rumble, there were 3 matches on the pre-show. The first one was a 6-lady tag match, and I love the WWE lady wrestlers. I had this really backwards prediction was that Nikki Bella would pin or submit Alexa Bliss. Then I said, what was I thinking? And thought they wouldn't have the champion get pinned or submit. And I said they should have Naomi lose. Well, as it turned out, Naomi pinned Alexa Bliss. And by the way, to remember this a bit, I'm reviewing the OneWrestling.com results page. OneWrestling.com is Bill Apter. And he's really good. I met Bill Apter. I met him in Florida in 2005, and he's really good. After I thought about it some more, I thought, what was I thinking? It doesn't surprise me at all that Alexa Bliss was the one that got pinned because the title can't change hands in that match, and that way it makes Naomi look stronger because she pinned the champion. But Alexa still keeps the title. So I just had a little bit of a confusion now. I should have stuck to my first instinct because part of it was right. But don't worry, if you were depending on me for predictions, I think you're going to be pretty pleased with the rest of the results. The next match was the Monday Night Raw Tag Team title on the line. Whoa. I told you who'd win, and I was right. I told you Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson would become the tag team champions of Monday Night Raw. They beat Cesaro and Sheamus. I knew that would happen too. I told you what would happen with Nia Jax and Sasha Banks. Nia Jax won. I told you that Sasha Banks shouldn't even be in the ring because she's hurt. I was right. For the Royal Rumble itself, the pre-show is over. I'm going to ring the bell again. That's a lot quieter than it used to be. I hope it's not hurting your ears like some of you said it did. I'm sorry about that. I know what it's like to be handicapped, and I don't want anybody to become handicapped because of my show. Let's look at the results of the Royal Rumble, and I remember a lot about it. The women's title match, I told you Charlotte would retain the title. I was right. Bayley, I like Bayley a lot. I love giving hugs. And I've been told I'm a good hugger, too. I always get hugs. And I'm going to the WWE Presents Monday Night Raw on Monday, the 6th of February, at the Motor Center in Portland, Oregon. That's where I live. I got good seats. I'm going to try to get a hug from Bayley if she'll give me one too. It would be so cool if I could give her a ride to the ring. But I don't think that I could do that. But I can get a hug if she'll hug me too. I like Bailey a lot. The Universal title match, I told you Chris Jericho would drop something down, and I was right. I told you that it would end up in the hands of Roman Reigns, and would use it on the champion Kevin Owens, and it would cause Owens to lose. I was wrong about that, and I was surprised. It turned out that Kevin Owens won the match and retained the Universal Championship. Poor Roman Reigns. Boo! I don't know what else to say about that, but what if Chris Jericho wins the Royal Rumble, then they would wrestle each other at WrestleMania, and they're best friends. We'll find out in a minute who won the Royal Rumble. But first, I better ring the bell one more time. And I jumped the gun. I'm sorry. We only have 3 minutes left in this show because I made a mistake on the Blog Talk and a 15-minute show. Sometimes that's about right, but tonight we have a lot to cover. Going back to the Royal Rumble, 3 more matches. One was the Cruiserweight. I told you what would happen, and I was right. Rich Swann lost the title to Neville. I said that would happen. I know a lot about wrestling. I've been watching wrestling since I was a little boy. I don't want to tell you my age because a lot of people think I'm a lot younger than I am, and I'm okay with that. The WWE title match did not disappoint. It was AJ Styles against John Cena. I told you John Cena would win. I was right again. I was really doing pretty darn good on my predictions. But then came the Royal Rumble. And I think I predicted The Undertaker would win it. And I was wrong about that. But you know what? There were 30 WWE superstars. 90 seconds. I'll tell you this. I was disappointed in the Royal Rumble match. If you're listening, Vince McMahon, what were you thinking? I was so disappointed that there weren't more legends and surprises. There were hardly any surprises at all. I only have 1 minute, and you're lucky about that, Vince McMahon. I know my show is new, but you should listen to the archives and know I'm mad at you. The winner was Randy Orton. And the biggest surprise was the 30th entrant was Roman Reigns. And I didn't like that surprise either. At least a full-time wrestler won the Royal Rumble, even though Randy Orton is involved in other projects too, like he was on USA Shooter Show. We only have 10 seconds, but I'm not happy about this Royal Rumble. Tune in next time, and I'm going to ring the bell one more time.